What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. It's time for some fire. Alright, so I just picked up this. It's by Pine Mountain. They are fire logs. They are supposed to be easy to light and fast to light. They are supposed to also burn for 2 hours. Now this box here comes just like this. It's actually pretty heavy, but it's not just one fire log. What we get are 6 fire logs that look like this. They are about the size of like a home fire extinguisher, wrapped in, I think, some flammable paper. So you do get a bunch of them. So I think it's a pretty good value. I think it was under 30 bucks. And you can feel that there's that kind of compressed wood shavings or whatnot. And then it says burn one at a time. Only add another fire log when the first one is out. And if you use these indoors, obviously you want to make sure your fire chimney is safe, vented, flue is open, all that. But we're going to do this outdoors. And I think the nice thing about this is if it burns for 2 hours, you could either start a fire with other wood on it, or you could just use this as your fire itself. And because 2 times 6 here would be 12 hours, you'd have a fire going all night. So now I'm going to light this log up, but I want to show you, I'm going to light it at the ends, but there are these little arrows here, 1, 2, 3 at the top seam, and that's where you're actually supposed to light it. So I think you want the paper to kind of burn top down, to kind of burn the longest possible, to kind of ignite that log. But I'm just going to start it on the ends here. I'm just going to go ahead and light this paper on fire, and I'm going to do it on both ends. I'm not sure if you're supposed to, but I really hope that the whole log catches on fire. And I'm not going to particularly add any other wood here. I'm just going to let the log itself burn and see how it does. Let's let it go. Burn, baby, burn. All right, I thought I'd take a close look at the side here so you can see we've got all that kind of compressed wood or whatever it is, wood shavings, fire starters. The paper does seem to be burning relatively well, that's for sure, and it's giving off a little smoke. This side is actually burning a little quicker, and you can see how that log looks. I don't really feel like the log is roaring like a fire starter or anything like that, but I'm hoping that just being in contact with the flame from the paper will kind of ignite it and keep it going. So we'll see. It's a little slow to get going, but as areas light up, they do start to spread, especially over here. I've noticed that corner seemed to take pretty quickly. Now, you'll see, I put a couple other sticks on top. I thought, if I'm gonna have a fire, why not have a fire? But I put them in such a way that they're only going to ignite if the rest of the log burns. But right now, I would say it's kind of picking up momentum. It's pretty awesome. All right, 30-minute checkup. Looks pretty good. Still got a lot of shape. Again, that stick on the top I put on there, but it's putting out some good heat too. It's burning nice and even. Check in later. All right, guys, we're at the 1 hour mark, and I'm impressed with the log here. It doesn't seem to be half gone. So a 2 hour burn time totally seems legit to me, that is for sure. And it's putting out nice heat just by itself. Like I said, if you're going to use this, I would probably use it more as like a fire starter. If you're going to have a campfire or something like that, put that in here, throw on some other logs. It's going to work like better than any other fire starter, I'm sure. If you're starting a fire in your fireplace, you don't have to go to the small kindling like you might otherwise have to. You know, I just think it's going to be nice, one, if you just want to light up a small fire quickly, but 2, if you want a bigger fire, this is a great way to make it happen. So I'm gonna let it burn, but I don't want to stay out here forever just watching it. And so I am impressed with it, and I'm impressed with the deal. 6 logs that come in that box. I will put a link to it in the description. Peter Von Panda, out.